Hey Libra, let's go ahead and see what June has for you. All right, so start with you. Sun rising 2020. All right. So we have here pleasure. Okay. Yeah. So this is a number 9. So yeah, this is totally, I feel like the month of June is going to be one filled with pleasure, right? I feel like you guys have been, working through a cycle and it's finally coming to an end, and you're finally getting to the point where you can kind of release like a sigh, like right, like yes, finally, right? With these butterflies, I feel like you've been going through a transformation. You may have been feeling a little dim, right? But I feel like in the month of June is going to kind of rejuvenate you, bring you back up to speed, back to yourself, back to that kind of joyful space that you've been, kind of calling out for and kind of proclaiming and declaring that you want for yourself. Okay? So, let's see what else comes up for you. Alright. So we have here Celestial Gatekeeper. Timing is critical. Okay, so look at him. He is intent. I feel like you've been focusing on kind of taking off, taking flight. Maybe maybe you are considering starting a new project, or you've kind of gotten your hands into something, and it's going to be important for you to kind of keep your mind clear and focused and intent on what it is that you're trying to cultivate, what you're trying to bring in, right? Not to lose focus, right? Don't sleep on yourself. I feel like also keep your eye on the prize. Don't kind of get caught. It's kind of make me think like, don't go looking for trouble, but like focus on the good, focus on what it is you want, and get your game face on, get focused, get determined, get driven, start planning, start doing what you need to do in order to get whatever it is you've been working on together, and right, so that when I feel like these good vibes, because I feel like at this time, maybe at least at the beginning of the month, it might be a little bumpy, might be a little wobbly, a little shaky, because you're kind of coming out of a cycle, right? But it's going to be important for you to focus on the light, right? Focus on what it is that you're calling out for, right? Don't kind of get back focusing on this darkness and like what's going on over there. No, focus on the good, right? Okay. So let's see your animal totem for the month. Oh, okay, okay. 2 came out, so we'll take them both. So you have the dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Okay, that's looking very much like the pleasure card. And still I rise, right? And then courage. Wait. Okay, cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You may know you know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed, right? And so, with these animal totems, if you see like a cougar or a dragon image anywhere, this is just a reminder of this message. A reminder to, rise above the kind of lowlier feelings and into, what it is you want, and to continue forth, moving forward, stealthily, I feel, with the cougar, right? Doing what you need to do. All right, let's see what else wants to come out for you. So your blessing for the month, you have Goddess of the Moon. Okay, so I feel like for the month of June, your intuition is going to be popping, right? But I also feel like with this Goddess for the Moon, your blessing for the month is that I feel with this pleasure card, right? They look very much similar. The Goddess of the Moon and the pleasure card. It's kind of like for the month of June, what you kind of tap into is going to be magnified. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. And so with that, I feel it's going to be really important for you to stay focused, like I've been saying, on what it is that you want, because what you focus on is kind of going to grow this month. It's going to it's almost like a magnifying glass. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, where like you kind of put a magnifying glass on something, and it kind of makes it bigger. So it's like your vision is going to kind of grow, right? And what you focus on is going to grow. So it's going to be important for you this month to focus on what you want, right? And your challenge for the month, we have the Garden and the Gate. Okay, so for the month of June, your challenge is going to be kind of dealing with, I feel, the tendency to kind of hold yourself back out of uncertainty, right? Because with this Goddess of the Moon, I feel like in the month of June, like I was saying, your intuition is going to be on fleek, okay? You're going to be able to see things clearly. It's going to start growing. You're going to start understanding. You're going to start receiving clarity about certain things, right? But I feel like with your challenge being the garden and the gate, you may have the tendency to kind of second guess your own judgment, second guess what you're seeing, what you're feeling. And so in the month of June, it's going to be important that you know, because in this image, she has the key to the gate around her neck, right? So it's like, it's important for you to remember that you have the tools. You know what you're doing. You got this. Don't hold yourself back out of, fear that you are going to make similar mistakes that you made in the past, or that you don't know enough, or you're not good enough, right? And so your message for the month, we have door to personal healing and happiness, right? So I feel like the message here is that you may often feel, right, that this door to personal happiness and healing, this happiness and healing that you desire, right, you may feel that it's unattainable. But that's not true, right? Because with the goddess of the moon here, it's almost like in the month of June, you're going to be so tapped in and tuned in. It's like you're going to be feeling, I feel you're going to be feeling these good vibes, and you're going to question them. And you're going to be like, is this, too good to be true? That's kind of what I'm getting. And so the message is really to not hold yourself back out of like feeling it's not for you, or that you're not good enough, or that, for whatever reason you can't do the damn thing, because you can. Okay? And happiness and healing is here for you. It's just, about you accepting it, focusing on it, and moving towards it. Okay? And so your lesson for the month, we have the sun. Okay? And I feel like with the sun being here, your lesson is that I feel like it goes hand in hand with the goddess of the moon. It's like I was saying, what you focus on in this month of June is going to grow. And so even though, I feel like with the goddess of the moon here, you may, feel uncertain. You may feel skeptical about the good things that are coming your way, right? That you're creating, I feel, because we have the cougar here. You may be skeptical about your own abilities, about your own path. And so it's going to be imperative for you in the month of June to keep the focus. But to also, I feel to, because she's sitting here in this little lake, little pond. I don't know what that is. It a pond? I don't know. But she's sitting here. So I feel like it's also going to be imperative for you in the month of June to to cleanse yourself, to cleanse your space, to keep yourself, your environment, both your internal and external environment, in high vibes, right? To keep them in pristine condition in order to make them ready for what it is that, you're calling in. All right. But let's go ahead and see what the weeks have in store for you. right. Okay, so Libra. Looks like the month of June is really going to be you manifesting, okay? So that's why it's going to be important for you to focus on what you want, right? And not what you don't want. Okay, so the first week of June, you have the Eight of Cups, the Moon, and the Four of Swords. Okay, so it looks like the first week is going to be an emotional one for you, right? With the Eight of Cups here, you're walking away from an unsatisfying kind of situation, an unsatisfying kind of time, and you're moving towards, you know, the sun, basically what you want. But with the Moon here, I feel like you may find yourself kind of, right, because here's the goddess of the moon again, right? We have the moon here multiple times. So I feel like, again, your intuition is going to be gnawing at you. And I feel like in the first week, this is going to be a time where you need to really rest, to really connect with yourself, to allow these feelings, these emotions to kind of wash over you and to move through you, so that you can really progress in this healing journey. Okay, and so the second week you have the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So I feel like the second week of June is going to be a really restless one for you. You're going to be really thinking, really strategizing, planning, trying to figure out, you know, what to do, where to go, how to make this work, right? So really do your best in the second week to really, I want to say, like, lay low. Don't get too rushed or hectic, especially in your mental, right? Pay attention to what you're doing, what you're thinking. Don't start over analyzing or kind of get into a spiral of kind of fear or anxiety about, you know, what it is you're manifesting this month. Okay, don't do that. It's not worth it. But then we have, for the third week, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, so I really see like the third week is going to be a time where you maybe really wanting peace and happiness. You may find yourself, you know, playing certain songs on repeat. No judgment, okay? Do what you need to do to feel your best, okay? But really, for the third week, I feel like this is going to be a time where you might withdraw from the crowd. You may pull back in order to really kind of do some soul searching, I feel, and kind of feel out how far you've come, right? And to kind of reassess where it is you're trying to go. So I feel for the third week, it's going to be important for you to not allow your fears or your doubts or your anxieties to get the better of you and make you kind of question your path, question your decisions, your desires, right? But to be honest about how you're feeling, the progress you've made, and to really get in touch with yourself so that you can move forward in a free-flowing way, I feel. Okay? And so the fourth week, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Chariot. So I feel for the fourth week of June, this is kind of when you're going to kind of see, I feel, an upswing, right? I feel like you've been working, and I feel like you finally get to this point where it kind of gets easy. Does that make sense? Like where you're no longer kind of rushing or fearing or dreading, but you've kind of made peace, right? With what it is you want, with where it is you're going, and you've decided, okay, listen, I know what I want. I know where I'm going. I know myself. I know what I can do. I know, all that kind of good stuff. And so I kind of see you really focusing on, that paper or, your craft, whatever it is you've been tinkering away at, whatever it is you're trying to manifest and really ground in this 3D reality, right? And I feel like this is when you're gonna start seeing your rewards. You're gonna start seeing like, hey, I could do this. All right, I got this. Right? It looks like June might be one that's a little hectic, might be a little doozy, but you got this. Okay? All of this is working out for your highest good. Believe that. Know that. Trust that. And I feel like, it's going to be important for you to bring pleasure into what it is, you're manifesting, right? Come from a happy, a loving space, right? Don't move forward. Don't, manifest out of fear or out of doubt or dread, right? Because when you do that, that's what you're going to see coming around you, right? Manifesting. So really take the time, the first week of June to really fill out your feelings, to really heal, to really get your soul right, get your mind right, so that you can really grab this baby by the horns. Okay? And do that thug thizzle. Okay? But let's see. And crystals for the month. So we have carnelian, self-confidence, root and sacral chakras. Kunzite, children, third eye and heart chakra. And calcite, calmness, all chakras. Oopsies. Yeah. So for this month, it's going to be, important for you to focus on cultivating your confidence within yourself, get grounded, get secure, right? I feel open up to new possibilities, kind of cleanse your aura. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Cleanse out, clear out any residual, stuff from the old cycle, and really focus intently on what it is you're trying to manifest from, a positive space. Okay? So, let's pull some advice. Oopsies. Ooh. So we have here pause. If you're feeling unsure about a decision, there's probably a good reason. Take your time and think it through. There's no need to rush. Allow your heart's wisdom to guide you. If you feel pressure to act immediately, it's probably a sign that this isn't the right opportunity. Don't worry, because more opportunities will come along and the right ones will fit like a gorgeous glove. All right. And then we have a new day. Let go of what was in order to make room for what is to come. It may be time to release a relationship that has run its course, a job that's lost its luster, or a depleting commitment. The past is over. What's done is done. Acknowledge the feelings, learn from the experience, and give yourself permission to release any negative emotions or guilt. When one area of your life falls apart, new opportunities fall into place. All right. So let's see a mantra for you for the month. I mean, an affirmation, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. It says, I am absolutely worthy of every good thing that has happened to me. And your question to ponder, what have I succeeded at lately? How can I reward myself for hard work? All right. Yes. Yes. All right. So let's finish this off with postcard from Spirit. Dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first, the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory, multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover these essential truths here on earth, where we all agree to play. Today, trust your spidey sense, read between the lines, tune into the stories behind the stories, and your world will show you miracles. Fear not, for we are right here and Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. All right, Libra. That's your reading for the month. I hope this reading helped you in some way. Let me know down in the comments how it resonated for you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this one, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you soon. Peace out.